So about 2.5 years ago, I was let go from my job that I had been at for 5 years. I took it very, very hard and had struggled with depression my whole life. So I lost my job, and I had worked since I was 15, and it was a very, very strong background for me, and I'd kind of let my jobs determine my life, and if you're successful in your job, you're successful as a person. Okay, lost my job, lost my insurance, lost everything, lost my confidence, what little I had, self-esteem, have 2 kids to take care of at home, and basically hit rock bottom. I was off my antidepressants, which had kept me stable over the years, and laid in bed for months. Took care of the kids when they came home from school, got them settled, and then went right back to bed. So I was in a really, really, really dark place. You know, one little spot of, hey, I need to do something to get this under control. I made some phone calls and was directed to Daily Planet. You know, I called and they said you can come walk in or we have appointments. So I made an appointment, and first I had to just for my medication. That was it. That was all I was going to do. Nothing else. Hard set on I need to get back on my antidepressants. That's it. So I walk in for my first appointment, and they said you have to see a therapist, and I was absolutely just horrified. I was like, no. They told me you have to see a therapist before you can see a physician to get your medication. I said, all right, I'll do it once because this is protocol. I have to do it. So I walk into this office of Mark, one of the therapists, angry, mad, just so stubborn and hard set. I'm not doing therapy. I walked in. I said, I have to see you. I'm not doing therapy. I cannot do therapy. I cannot go through and dig up all my stuff from my childhood and deal. An hour and a half later, I left Mark's office scheduling appointments for the next 4 weeks. And I saw Mark for a year. First it was once a week, and then we kind of spread it out to twice a week. Then I would have a bad week and I'd come back in. And, through the whole process, I lost my brother when I was 9 years old. I came from a very higher middle class family growing up. We had the big house, 2 parents, a brother and a sister, did stuff through school, through the church, through everything. It was your ideal, well, mainly ideal little family up in Maryland. He went away on a trip and was killed dramatically, instantly, in a car accident that weekend. I told my mom the night before he left not to let him go. At 9 years old, I said, do not let him go. It's late. They were driving to Pennsylvania. I was worried. And he left. I never saw him again. So we got a call the next night. I kind of stopped living that day at 9. A year later, my parents split, and it just kind of went downhill from there. And my whole thing about therapy was, that's why I didn't want to do it. I couldn't go back there. I used to not be able to talk about my brother or the situation without just totally breaking down and being stuck in bed for a week. I mean, that's how bad it was. Coming here to the Daily Planet and meeting with Mark and getting my mental health back on track and even better than it had ever been, because I'm learning to be true to myself, love myself, be selfish for myself every once in a while. That's what this place has done. It's given me a new look on my life. I'm working again, and I love it. I've talked to parents just in passing of their kids I take care of. They don't know what to do. You know, their kids don't have insurance, or they don't have insurance but their kids do, or they need medical help, or whatever. You know, I have mentioned the Daily Planet in my everyday life because it's been that important with helping me get back, you know, to living and to doing what I need to do. There was a homeless person in the West End, which is where I live. I was at the stoplight and I wrote down the Daily Planet's number, handed it to her, and she goes, "What do I do?" I said, "You call them and start your life over, because they have the resources to help you do that." So yeah, it's pretty powerful. I mean, it was very powerful.
Yeah.